So picking up from last time, we know the identity of our suspect, Mick Flem, and now we're going to go and speak to Beak Nariz, who is a known associate. I think after talking to Chelsea and finding out that he hangs out at Coit Tower, he should appear here now. So let's go see.
I walk up the steps to Coit Tower and spot a small figure lurking in the shadows. In the half-light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beak. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
What are you staring at?
Pardon my staring, but that is a truly impressive schnoz you've got.
Come on, don't make fun, huh? What do you want? Who are you?
I'm a friend of Chelsea Bando. You told me I could probably find you nosing around up here.
Yeah, Chelsea. Good egg. Nice looker. So, what do you want?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to see if your nose is as big as everyone says.
What, you some kind of joker? Maybe I'll see you around.
Wow. Okay, so I didn't remember this. I remember he had a big nose, but I didn't remember him being a literal elephant man. So we'll try that again, and we'll be a little bit less of an asshole and see if that helps.
You leave me alone, Mr. Snoopy guy.
Look, don't be snooty, Beak. I'm here to cut you a deal. Literally.
This is kind of fucked up, but I remember this is what he wants.
Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, I haven't got any info on that. Chelsea! Smart girl and a real looker to boot. She's got a cute little nose. I can't help you there. She runs that pizza place with her husband, Sal. I don't know much about her. A true Italian nose, though. He lets his wife run the pizza joint. I don't know what he does, though I've heard some things about who he does. You can tell he drinks a lot by that snaz of his. I haven't got any info on that. I know a little about him. Runs a pretty successful PI business. Big trouble. It's causing mutant blood to boil, and I don't want to be around when the bullets start flying. Anyone with a hunker like that can't be all bad. Malden's no rocket scientist, but I hear that he's not on the take. I've helped him out a couple of times, so he leaves me alone. I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flam had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong and Rusty crossed Flem. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flem has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flem pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified. The bracelet is the bait Mick Flem uses for the pawn shop robberies. Rook's pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Mick Flem. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawn shops over the past month. The girl goes to a pawn shop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flem breaks into the pawn shop and steals the bracelet, along with anything else he finds. Mick Flam's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him. Oh, I'm nobody. I just try to keep my nose clean and my ear to the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Or was that vice versa?
Okay, so we now know that Mick Flem is operating out of the Snow White warehouse, which is The Acme warehouse, as we learned earlier, is the old Snow White laundry warehouse. I am going to pop a save here because I remember this being one of the first places it is possible. Wait, what? I don't want to do that. One of the first places it's possible to die, so I'm going to be cautious.
If Flem is working out of this warehouse, it looks like he got careless. The door's unlocked.
Okay, and the door is unlocked, so we can go right in.
If this is Mick Flem's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try and set some sort of trap for him.
Okay. I think I remember the trap. I don't know if we're on an actual timer or not. But
The rusty doll looks great on the pulley hook, but I'll need to get it to move before it'll do me any good.
I think this is... Oh boy.
Well, this is actually a storage compartment.
That's where the bracelet is.
This must be the power box. Locked. Well, that's not gonna work.
This must be here.
Well, that's not gonna... Well, that's not gonna...
Okay, maybe not. Neither of these keys work here?
Well, that's not...
That's weird. Okay, is there a key somewhere else in here? See one.
Yummy! A bottle of turnip schnapps. I'll bet...
Pretty sure this is the...
Well, that's not gonna...
Get it.
This must be the power box with... Locked.
I don't have another key. Assume it has to open one of these two. Anything that can move. Is it up here? See it up here.
That door leads...
I was kind of assuming I might get shot. I am not sure what key I need. It's got to be back in here. There's nowhere else to look.
Flem in...
Okay. Oh. This can open.
Crate smells like laundry soap. Crate in front on the floor seems to be partially opened.
It opens on the other side. Okay.
Apparently some fireman dropped off his uniform to be cleaned and forgot to pick it up.
Okay. So we now have our Inspector Burns costume. But we still don't have a... Key. There's the floor texture warping. Not here. So I'm just not seeing it. Whoa. Is this where there's the fake brick? No, there's a. I'm probably remembering a different game in the series. Oh, I see it now.
Whoa, the glow-in-the-dark rusty clown doll looks pretty...
That's annoying. Really a nice hidden pixel.
This key must fit a lock around here somewhere.
Got it. I'm going to go ahead and create save.
The heavy footsteps I hear must be Phlegm. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Phlegm least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead.
Okay, I think I just sit here and it should happen. I think this is to give you time to get back here if you just put the rusty thing up on there.
It's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here to Mommy's come back!
Mick ran off without his keys. I'll bet at least one of these will come in handy. Damn, I'm good. This has to be Rook's bracelet. A locked box within a locked box. It must contain something worth having. The strong box is too sturdy to break open. I'll need the key. What do we have here? Unless I miss my guess, this is jade. It's good quality, too. That door leads to the street.
I'm telling you, it's impossible. It can't be done. I've tried everything.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity?
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries. And if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need. Murphy. Tex Murphy.
I feel better today than I've felt in a long time. Boy, did I stun Rook when I walked in and handed him that bracelet. Okay, so getting the bracelet back doesn't make me Detective of the Year, but it does stimulate the confidence glands. Maybe I can succeed at this business and turn my career around. But if I'm gonna do that, I better do something about my fax machine. Who knows how many new opportunities I've missed to show the world my greatness.
Okay, so we finished day one. I had my mic on mute, so the things I said I don't think recorded, but basically I love the Looney Tunes moment, and I was a little disappointed that we couldn't interact with the hole in the wall that Mick Flem created, and I'm glad that we finally found a use for that key that we found in the alley. This should be our credit card.
Oh boy, mail. Ah, my own personal credit card. I'll need this to get into the electronics shop next door.
Okay, so that... Wait, does that have a picture of Tex on it? How the heck did they get that? We just had a form.
My own personal credit card. I'll need this to get into the electronics shop next door.
Yeah, it does have a photograph of Tex on it. That's interesting. I don't think there's anything for us to do here in our office right now. I think our main path forward was pretty clearly given to us, and that's to go get a fax machine. So we'll go do that. No idea who that American Indian gentleman was, or the guy in the chair. We'll find out later. What's this graffiti? Ardo kill? Okay, I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Let's actually... I don't know why I want to do this, but let's check these trash cans.
This is where Louis throws out the garbage.
I suspect there will be something in there at some point. But we can now go into a place we haven't been before, which is the electronics shop.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Oh, you click it on the door, not on the card reader.
This electronics shop outlet has just moved into the neighborhood. I've heard that the manager's name is Ham Underwood. Everyone knows they sell overpriced junk, but it is conveniently located.
It is conveniently located. Okay. Okay.
Various connectors, accessories, and doodads. Probably there for decoration. Yum, an imitation chocolate keyboard. The perfect Valentine gift for that special computer nerd. This is something called Future Crate. It must hold more stuff than plain old crates. Ah, it's the plasma ball, the season's hottest new toy. Unfortunately, it cost $18,039.99. A teeny disc tote box. Too bad they quit making teeny discs 10 years ago. Looks like some kind of space chicken. The fax machine's so outdated it doesn't even have a brand name. And it's better than nothing.
I love the idea that we need a fax machine in 2050. Or 2042, or whatever it is.
The Rodent Tracker 8000, just like on TV. Because household pests never build up an immunity to bullets. A teeny disc tote box.
What happens if I get them both floating? Probably nothing.
Yum. Now that's interesting. Looks like an alien pineapple.
Does kind of look like an alien pineapple. I was going to say more like a egg of some kind.
A remote control flying saucer, huh? It's so old it's turning to dust. Shelves and shelves of useless, overpriced products. Yum. Shelves and shelves. Kids' infrared visors. They stopped making these about 50 years ago and they're still overstocked.
Okay. 50 years ago would have been in the 90s, so I don't remember those. But they do look like VR headsets from today.
I don't know what this is, but it's got a real nice handle. A Vox TV with remote crab speakers. Well, that's either a model of a space station or a 4-pack of mineral water.
I don't get why everything can just float. It's very strange. I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
Ooh, Plan 9 flying saucers. Very cool. This must be the new 10-key laser printer pop-up toaster unit. An old 1286 with an ancient super-duper Wowzer VGA monitor. The counter's spotless and wraps around 3...
Wasn't trying to look at the counter, but that's fine.
Looks like a core sample from an old sofa.
Okay, so we have we know there's a fax machine here. It's old, doesn't have a brand name, and I think we can just get it with our credit card. But I'm going to go speak to Mr. Ham.
That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head.
Hi there, how can I help you?
I just came by to welcome you to the neighborhood. My name's Tex.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Underwood. So, what can I do for you?
Do you have fax machines?
Sure do. In fact, there's one older model in the blue light special box.
I tried not to stare, but it threw me off when I saw how cross-eyed Ham Underwood is. I'll have to keep in mind that anything he says is on the left is probably on the right.
I don't think that's how being cross-eyed works, but I guess I don't know.
The fax machine's so out. I can't get that while the force field is up. The fax machine's so outdated.
Okay, we have our fax machine. And I think we have a fax. We just can't get it, so... because our current fax machine is busted. So we can simply replace that, and then hopefully we can get that fax.
You have a fax.
As soon as I hook up the new fax machine, a fax prints out. Finally. Maybe this is a real case. The kind you get paid for.
Is that how private investigators work? You just fax them and they start working on your case?
A fax addressed to Tex Murphy from the Countess Rainier?
Facsimile transmission to Tex Murphy PI from the Countess M. Rainier. Dear Mr. Murphy, you have been recommended to me as someone capable of handling delicate matters with both competence and discretion. I'm prepared to pay you handsomely in exchange for your services. I'd prefer to give you the details in person. I do not wish to seem impertinent. The time is of the essence. Please meet me at my residence as soon as possible. The address is 1329 Fillmore, Pacific Heights, Countess M. Rainier. Okay. I guess that's... I mean, I would think that was a scam. But maybe that's how things work in 2042 San Francisco. So let's... I think we can just hit this travel button. And we can. Okay, let's go to the Countess's mansion.
The Countess Rainier. That name smacks of money. Hopefully she doesn't want to hire me to find her lost poodle. As I land my speeder, I see my dream house, only bigger. The butler is a tall, thin man, about 70. He tells me the Countess is expecting me and shows me into a large, lavishly furnished drawing room.
I'm the Countess Renier. Please, have a seat.
Thank you. You know, I pictured you being, well, older and heavier.
No one is born old, Mr. Murphy. Now, shall we discuss our business while we're still young?
Oh, by all means. Pardon my interruption.
Your services have been recommended to me by a trusted friend who prefers to remain anonymous. Suffice it to say that your unique abilities are what I need right now.
Which of my unique abilities are you referring to?
I'm sure you have many unique abilities. The one I would hire you for is your talent of locating people and things. I've been told this talent has made you some friends and many enemies.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Countess, but wasn't it Roy Rogers who once said, "You can't please all the people all the time"?
Save your homespun humor for a more gullible woman. What I'm asking you to do may make you very unpopular with some people.
Exactly how unpopular are we talking here?
Let me give you some background information, then you can decide for yourself. Some time ago, a family heirloom was stolen from this bungalow. I do keep most of my valuables on my estate in Europe, but on this visit, I brought the piece to show a friend. Within hours of my arrival, I found it stolen, and I have made extensive inquiries trying to retrieve it, but I found out nothing.
Well, I'm sure you have more resources, talking about cash, than I do. You should be able to buy all the information you need. What makes you think that I can help you?
Oh, I don't. I remembered what my friend had told me about you after I had exhausted every other option.
You know, referring to me as your last option could automatically double my fee.
I already planned on paying you much more than your usual fee. I'm a wealthy young woman, Mr. Murphy. To give you an idea, the stolen artifact alone is worth more money than you could earn in 10 lifetimes.
Oh, we'll see about that when I win the clearinghouse sweepstakes.
How quaint. Let's not waste any more time. I need some work done, and I'll pay you well for it.
Well, in my experience, getting paid well is a relative term.
Your obsession with money is appalling.
Oh, I have any number of appalling traits, but I am a good PI.
Well, if you prove to be as good as you think you are, I'll pay you a $30,000 finder's fee.
Well, let me think about it. Okay, I'll do it. In fact, I'll even mow your lawn at no charge.
Try to control yourself, Mr. Murphy. I'll expect you to focus all of your energies on this job, and the methods you use to retrieve the artifact are of no interest to me. But as more time elapses, the less likely it is that the item will be found, and for that reason, I must require you to find it and to return it to me within 1 week. And after that, there will be no finder's fee available to you.
Do you pay time and a half after 40 hours? That's a joke.
I have stated my conditions. As to the artifact itself, it is a beautiful statuette made of crystal and shaped in the form of a bird. It has been in my family for countless generations, and as I said, it is extremely valuable. There are many collectors who would stop at nothing to own it. Whoever stole the statuette would undoubtedly have gone to the black market and offered it to the highest bidder.
I think I saw that statuette you're talking about. Someone was selling it on the Home Shopping Network. Boy, I had no idea it was so expensive.
You make jokes, but you cannot possibly know how rare and valuable the statuette is. And now that you have all the necessary information, we'll end this charming visit. Don't bother contacting me until you have the statuette in your possession. And if you are successful in your search, it could change my opinion of you considerably. My valet will give you a retainer of $1,000 on your way out. Goodbye, Mr. Murphy.
I didn't tell the Countess, but I would have done damn near anything for $30,000. Now I've got to find a link to the black market. How hard can it be?
Okay, so, I mean, obviously this is a setup, but the idea that there's a countess in San Francisco makes no sense at all. She has an American accent. There's no titles of nobility in the United States, and so none of this adds up. That being said, $30,000 is $30,000. We do have a retainer. Oh, no, we don't. Like, I thought we'd get, like, a stack of cash, but I guess not. We have a retainer in theory of $1,000, which doesn't seem like very much of a retainer in 2042, but maybe there's been deflation. In regards to a contact to the black market, I just think of Beak, so we'll see if Beak can help us out.
Hiya, Murphy. Well, you see my new nose. I'm so excited. I'm gonna look and feel like a new man.
Well, that's swell, Beak. Hope you're feeling grateful enough to answer some more questions.
Yeah, sure. Anything. I can't help you there. I haven't got any info on that. I can't help you there.
Okay, that was not the right person. My other thought was Rook, but I guess we'll start with Chelsea.
Chelsea's a hot little...
Hey, I heard you took care of Rook. Pretty impressive.
Let me show you my investigative abilities. Then you'll be really impressed.
Oh, I'm sure I would, but I just don't date my customers, especially ones with no money.
Did I ever tell you that I'm a gourmet chef and a fabulous dancer?
Sorry, Tex. Let's just pretend we'll always have Paris.
Oh well. Could have been a beautiful friendship.
So, is there something you came to ask me about? He's only been here a few weeks, and I don't know much about him. Wish I could help you there, Tex. Apparently, it's a real hot item. The top commodities dealer in the city is named Franco Franco. He probably either has the statuette or knows who has it. I don't know how you're going to find him, but if you do, be careful.
I mean, the idea that a one-of-a-kind statuette is a commodity is absurd. But let's talk to Rook. Rook's gotta have a connection to this, right?
What now, Murphy?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that.
Big-time crook. Deals with a lot of smuggled artifacts and the like. He's pretty well connected with the mob and black market here in San Francisco.
Okay, but he can't get me an introduction. Okay, let's try Beak. See if Beak has anything about Franco Franco.
Hiya, Murphy. I've heard his name in connection with some smuggling and illegal importing. I don't know anymore.
Nope. Well, we can try Malden, see if he knows anything.
Murphy, guess what? We got the guy who robbed those pawn shops. Turned himself in. Can you believe it? Kept babbling something about a clown coming back from the dead to haunt him.
Congratulations, Mac. Maybe now your hemorrhoids will calm down.
You're a real joker. But not even you can ruin my day. So what do you want? Sorry, Murphy. Can't help you with that. He's a big-time crook. Deals with stolen and illegally imported merchandise, especially jade. Geez, Tex, you think I know about everything?
Okay. So we have a piece of jade, and maybe we can use that to appeal to Franco, but we still don't know how to get in contact with him. Maybe Rook will say something about jade now, though.
Judas Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me?
You know, I subscribe to a trade paper called Jewelry Weekly. In the last issue, it seems to me I saw an advertisement by someone named Franco, who was looking to buy jade. There wasn't anything of interest in the trade paper, so I threw it out. It's probably still in the trash can out back.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so you have to do it in a very specific sequence, but we now know how to get a hold of Franco, and we also have a use for this just piece of jade that for some reason...
This must be the trade paper Rook mentioned.
For some reason, Mick had. Wanted, private collector interested in acquiring pieces of jade. Will pay top dollar or trade. Contact Franco at the Alhambra Theater, 808 Paloma Lane. Okay. I think this sounds like it could be dangerous, so I am going to save. But we now have a lead on Franco. There he is.
Being a movie buff, I've heard of the Alhambra Theater, though I heard it was closed down years ago. Sure enough, it's boarded up, but one of the back doors is unlocked. As soon as I step inside, two lugs the size of refrigerators grab me. I tell them that I have something for Mr. Franco, and one of them walks off. He comes back a minute later and escorts me into the main theater. A Buster Keaton flick is playing. The place is empty except for a man sitting by himself near the front of the theater.
Welcome, Mr. Murphy.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Franco. Tell me, do you do most of your business in dark theaters?
How and where I do my business is not your concern, Mr. Private Eye. As I'm sure you know, I'm strictly a legitimate businessman.
Yeah. You may be legit, but I understand you're pretty jaded.
Oh yes, that I am. Speaking of which, did you bring the item? Ah, a lovely specimen. It will make a fine addition to my collection. Now, I will answer one question to the best of my knowledge.
There's a statuette in the shape of a bird that recently came onto the market. You know who has it?
I know the statuette you're referring to. There were several bidders for it, but I believe it ended up in the hands of Eddie Ching. I can say no more about it. There. Now I fulfill my part of the bargain. Don't contact me again. Unless, of course, you find another fine piece of jade. You know the way out.
Okay, so now we need to find Eddie Ching, and I assume Mac Malden is our best bet, so we're going to go back to the police station for that.
Back again, eh, Murphy? What can I help you with? Ching's a dangerous customer. He's responsible for half the crime in the city. Pretty sure he owns the police commissioner. We've been told to lay off him.
Well, that wasn't helpful. Maybe no. I'm gonna guess Beak. Could be wrong here, but you know, seems plausible.
Hiya, Murphy. You didn't hear me say this, but Eddie Ching owns this whole section of the city.
Okay, that wasn't super helpful either. I guess we can try Chelsea and then Rook.
What's going on, Tex? Look, I don't discuss that name, and either should you, if you want to keep breathing.
That wasn't that helpful. I already got the sense that Mr. Ching would be dangerous, although... Whoa, what? Okay.
What else can I help you with, Murphy? Ching is a big man around here, with eyes and ears everywhere. If you go around asking questions about Eddie Ching, you'll find yourself sleeping with a fish real soon.
Okay, so maybe that's how you find Eddie Ching. You go around asking questions about Eddie Ching, and then Eddie Ching finds you.
Ask away. Wish I could help.
The bum doesn't know. Let's try Francesca and then Louie, and that'll be everybody at that point.
What can I get for you, handsome? How about a big plate of linguine with my own special sauce?
I love the acting.
I think your sauce might be a little too rich for me. I just want to ask a couple of questions.
Can't help you, Tex.
Okay, so Louie. And then I think we're out of people to ask.
Too bad you don't like fresh brains, mate. Hot off the grill.
What?
I've heard his name, but I don't know anything about him.
Let's try Ham Underwood too, just to make sure we've done everything.
How's it going? You here to do more shopping?
Oh, you bet, because there sure is a lot of neat stuff in here.
Well, go ahead and look around. If If you see something you like in the blue light special box, just insert your card. We'll be happy to bill you later.
I tried not to stare, but it threw me off when I saw how cross.
How's it going?
No, I came by to get some information from you.
I sell gadgets, not information. Feel free to look around, but the only questions I answer are about the merchandise.
Okay, so we can't actually question him, which means we have spoken to everybody. So I am going to go back to my office and expect that Eddie Ching will have somebody waiting for me, which may be wrong. And actually, this seems like I could get killed here, so...
You have a fax. You have a fax.
A fact.
Dear Mr. Murphy, concerning our recent discussion, I have some information you may find helpful. While it won't profit me to tell you this, I would not be entirely unhappy to see Eddie Ching come out on the short end for once. Like most everything else in this city, I know very little about Ching. Like most everyone else in the city, I know very little about Ching, but I've been told that he lives in a luxurious, high-security apartment building called the Knickerbocker. A number of powerful underworld figures live there. I don't know which apartment Ching lives in, but if you have connections with the police, they may be able to help you. Okay. So, we'll go back and we'll talk to Mac Malton again, and we'll see if he can give us the address for Eddie Ching at the Knickerbocker.
What now, Seamus? That place is home to more major crime figures than any other place on the planet. Eddie Ching lives there on the entire top floor.
Okay. This seems really dangerous. Well, I guess we'll save when we get there.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I...
Whoa!
When I stop bouncing off the awning 2 floors below Ching's place, I realize it'll take more than sheer strength to get into the apartment. Luckily, I noticed something that might help as I bounced by. A sticker on Ching's window said, "Security system installed by Underwood Incorporated."
Okay. So we'll head back to the electronics shop and see if we can get some info on how to get into Ching's place.
Back again, huh? What can I do for you?
I understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Well, not really. I'm actually a PI, but a security PI.
I've got nothing to say. I keep my nose clean, and I work in a confidential business. I'm sure you can understand.
Yeah? I'm in the confidential business too. Say, why don't we swap trade secrets?
Apparently, you have some trouble hearing. Don't bother stopping by again.
Ham doesn't want to talk, but I need some details on the security system at the Knickerbocker. I tell him that Enrique, my pet goldfish, died this morning and that I'm talking crazy. He tells me not to worry about it, then tries a sales pitch on me again. I understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Well, you bet. I've installed hundreds of them.
No kidding. Where have you installed security systems?
Well, just the High Fidelity Bank and Trust Company.
Mister, you are a liar. I don't know what you're looking for, but you won't find it here.
Ham still won't talk. So I tell him I have a mental disorder that makes me ask too many questions and that I forgot to take my medication. He seems skeptical, so I'll have to talk fast. I understand that...
Really?
Well, sometimes. Here, let me see if I can find one of my business cards.
Don't worry about it. I always misplace my business cards too. What types of security systems have you worked with?
Let's see. The last job I had was the laser security system at Big Dick's Casino on Mars.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
I don't want to have to go through all this again, so I'm going to save here in case I make the wrong choice.
I'll have you know that I've beaten every security system ever made.
Well, after I installed this system, I tried to beat it, but I couldn't. First, the only possible way to enter the building would be to land on the roof and rappel down. Then, you'd have to cut through the LCD alarm glass. Well, that's not too hard. In fact, I sell a laser blade here that would do it. But once you're inside, every room is flooded with a net of heat and motion sensing beams that could turn an elephant into a brick of carbon. Believe me, it's burglar proof. Listen, this system is top secret, so let's just keep this between us.
Okay, so we need a laser pen, which looks like it has just now appeared in the blue light special box.
The Laser Blade 2000. Worthless except on glass. Hopefully Ham knows what he's talking about. Well, this is just a glorified glass cutter.
Okay, I don't know how we're going to deal with that other security system. In fact, I don't remember it. Stop hitting new game. I don't remember it, so I am going to just go there and see what happens, but I want to make sure I save first because we could easily die right here.
Armed with a chintzy electronic shop laser blade, I land my speeder on the roof of the Knickerbocker. Hoping for the best, I rappel down the side and pull out the laser blade. The laser beam cuts through the LCD glass like it was butter. I gingerly crawl through the hole in the window and find myself inside Eddie Ching's library. Either Ham exaggerated or the laser fields aren't turned on. This must be my lucky day.
Okay. Well, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to save and end this video. And then and we'll explore Eddie Ching's apartment next time, which I do know there's at least one way to die in here, so that should be fun. And we'll see you then.